mess with him because he keep it 100. He said, fuck you, so yo, where that dude from Florida, man? He need to be at the PlayStation press conference right now.
That boy Angry Joe ain't even in LA.
No, I saw that too. No, I heard you talking about his plane stuck in Dallas. Now I'm talking about that dude in Florida. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Who's that? That dude that stepped in that ball? Oh man, come on, man. You lost your mind.
What you saw in the beginning of the video was a podcast that was done by some guy named Mr. 100. He had a couple people talk. Pretty much, it was pretty much them shit talking Sony during their E3 conference, and the the comment that you heard was from this dude named Cyclonis. The only time I've ever interacted with this dude was when he posted stuff on the Glitch gaming group, and I didn't have a problem with him before this. He's pretty much just a Xbox fanboy. I didn't have a problem with him up until this, but you know, I felt like the comment was out of line, completely out of line, and the reason why, because for one, I knew a couple people who went to the Sony E3 press conference, people who I interact with, who I'm cool with, who went to that E3 press conference, and conversely, I know a couple people who live in Orlando who lived around the area where the shooting happened. So, this is something that it triggered something in me where I was like, this was just completely uncalled for. That comment was completely unnecessary, and the only way I was able to confront him was through the group, and that was a big mistake on my part, because pretty much I caused a whole bunch of drama in that community, and that's not what the community is about. I wrote the apology. I've talked to Joey, and I apologize for that. It was my bad. But I feel like I'm making the video today because pretty much it's a call out for both Cyclonis and Mr. 100. Now, Mr. 100, you were giving me the runaround saying that you didn't know what happened, you didn't really understand the reference that Cyclonis was saying, and that's fine. But I gave you the context of what he said, and you were still going around in circles. Now again, you said that you were going to address it tomorrow, so address it, address the situation, do some research, and address the situation. And as far as Cyclonis goes, dude, this is not about PlayStation versus Xbox. This isn't about Xbox versus ponies. I called you out on your comment, and you kept going around calling me a pony and shit like that. Motherfucker, this ain't about video games. This is about life. This is about human beings trying to enjoy a conference, and you wanting pretty much the same thing that happened in that Orlando club that happened at the Sony E3 conference. I don't give a fuck if you're joking or not. I don't give a fuck what you think this is. This is not a fucking joke. It's not a joke. It's people like you who make video gamers look like shit in real life because you have this need to say stupid shit because of console wars. Motherfucker, I don't play console wars, alright? I ain't into that. I'm not interested in your little beef with Sony or whatever the fuck you want to call it. This is about you equating wanting something to happen in that press conference in LA, the same thing that happened in Orlando where 50 people lost their lives, where tons of people got hurt, people's lives got ruined because of that event. And you want that, you pretty much said, whether you're joking or not, you pretty much said that you wanted the same thing to happen at the Sony E3 press conference. Why? Because of video games. That's embarrassing, dude. This is not about PlayStation versus Xbox. This is about real life. And if I don't know if you're dumb or you're trolling or what have you, But I don't that shit. I don't take that shit serious. I take that shit very seriously. And no one should accept death threats in this community. We're better than that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like me calling you out, that's too bad, homie. Anytime you say something stupid, I'm gonna call you out on it. Let's see what you do about that. This is movie 186. I'm out.